Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 11th episode of Hataraku Saibou, or Cells at Work. Now, last episode, we had some, invading bad things, and that's a technical term, by the way. And we had hazmat suit wearing cells, which turned out to be like an alternate form of the macrophage cells, which is certainly interesting. And they were able to actually take care of it when other people were kind of struggling a bit, which I guess is how it goes sometimes. You have specific cells that are better for some things than others. That is kind of how it goes. And yeah, I mean, I don't really have much more to say on it beyond that, so let's just jump into the next episode. 3, 2, 1, play. Inside the human body, there's a Hanakana red blood cell and then a bunch of other blood cells that don't matter as much. There's also killer cells and NK cells and pink cells and white cells and platelets as well. How could I forget you platelets? Now we're in the desert. Oh, are we dehydrated? Is that what's happening? In which case we need some water. Ah, okay, that's better. Hey, we found some water! Ah, we're sweating, that's a problem. Okay, global warming. I think we finally found a problem worse than cancer. I didn't think they'd do it, but yeah, there you go. Hataraku. We are Hataraku, we will always be Hataraku. I I really wish we could see the outside of the body. I know why they don't do that. Because they really want to drive the point home that this is the entire world right here. But I would like to see the person, because I would be a bit more emotionally invested in the survival of this body if I had some sort of attachment to the person itself. Does that make sense? Like, if I figured out that this was just some, cute high school girl hanging out, drinking tea with her friends, that's really nice and always tries to help people, then I would, I would just feel more invested. That's all I'm saying. If it's a body of some old dude that sits on his front lawn yelling at kids that are getting too close to his house, then I would care a bit less. Heat stroke, okay. That's our official name for what we're dealing with. No, no. Pamphlets always lie, nothing new there. Sweating cells. If you're so hot, Hanakana, just take off some clothing, it'll help. Interesting. Oh, do we have danger? Yep. Yes, we do. Stab it! Are you surprised that a white blood cell is defending the body? Because that shouldn't surprise you. It's kind of what they do. You don't really need to remind me what a white blood cell does. One of the few that I remember. Yeah, you think he'd be hot wearing that? I mean, I know I'd be hot if I saw Hanakana wearing that. Well, yeah, gotta make sure it disappears. Oh, he is turned on by it, okay. I was half joking, but yeah, there you go. That's pretty stimulating. If it wasn't hot and sweaty before, he is now. I don't blame him there. You know, when she looked down, I kind of thought the scene was going in a bit of a different direction, but... Well, I do know the general idea of sweat and how it cools the body down, but... Little sweating platelets. It's so close, but so far away. Please help me, somebody tall. Is that a geyser? Oh, they look so happy there. Uh, man, there's just so much sweat, so much delicious sweat on Hanakana. I mean, what? Well, yeah, it's probably hot outside. Uh, man. You see, he takes his shirt off. Hanakana, take notes. I'm so glad it's not hot in my room right now, or this would make it unbearable watching this. Because I would constantly be thinking about it. Of course, the playlists are having the time of their life over there. You know, it'd just be harder to be all clumped up together like that, you know? uh, I don't know. Just don't spill your drink there, playlet. Yeah, that's bad. But this is definitely one of those episodes where I would like to know what the person in real life is doing to try to prevent, you know, heat stroke. Vertigo. Another word I've heard it before. Oh, that's a bad sign. Wow. What are we doing now? Okay. Okay, I definitely heard of dizziness before. There goes our blood cells. Fainting. Uh, yeah, whoever this is really needs to do something. Of course, you know, thermoregulation. Oh, man. Heat cramps, that's an interesting name for it. Dead cells. I mean, there's not a lot the body can do. Yeah, well, come down here and say that to us. No. Soil bacteria. They're lower than dirt. Oh, that sounds pleasant. Yes, I would not either. I kind of like his design, though. Very interesting. Hanakana, protect the platelets. It's one lucky platelet. And, you know, one lucky Hanakana. Well, as long as he's away from the red blood cells. Well, thank you for noticing. So how are we gonna stop him? Don't get too cocky, man. Exactly. Not close enough, unfortunately. Stab it in the eye. Or, you know, just let it go past you. That works too. It's stopping sound effect. Uh. Oh, he's trying to get a good view. Okay, I get what he's doing now. He's behind you. Seriously, get a longer weapon, man. Just a katana. A katana would do better. Stupid blood getting in the way. uh, uh, he's trying to help you and you're getting in the way. But that is a lot of sweat. I mean, I'm getting thirstier and thirstier just watching this episode. I'm glad I have water. Of course, not a lot of it left, but I should have enough. But yeah, the heat's starting to get to him, too. Oh. His tiny weapon has been lost. Now what do we do? I guess you could try punching him. Uh, can other white blood cells show up and help, please? Uh, we transition from that to that cheery little mid card. And we're definitely at work today. It's amazing that you're not bothered by it in the slightest, but I guess it's how you're designed. Yeah. Ah. Oh no, not our tea. Now you've gone too far, man. Oh, you dick. Okay, yeah, you need to go down now. That was not cool. Oh, yes. I know, I know. You're not the only one that's hot right now, I assure you. Cute. Well, that's not good. Let's tell the body we're part of to drink some fluids. You know, like Senraikai's been doing. Yeah, you don't want to get dehydrated. I mean, I didn't know dehydration was quite that bad, but... What? I guess when you're running out of options, you'd scrape the bottom of the barrel. Stop whipping me! But yeah, I don't know how much of a condition he's in to fight right now, so I don't know how he's gonna get out of this. Uh, just drink some water, person. I'm going to assume that's Celsius. Uh, oh, oh, I didn't know he had two knives, but yes. As long as his body breathes, he has to still work. Ah. Ooh. Well, that's a long way down. Well, not sure what we do now. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked. Waiting for someone to interrupt you. Come on, that was a perfect setup. Somebody show up and save the day. Or I guess it's just gonna be the environment changing that saves the day. I guess she finally drank some water. Yeah, I think I see something. Oh, an injection. Okay. Uh, apparently we're going this direction, I guess. I guess it was just that bad. Which makes sense, I suppose. Just a giant syringe coming from the sky. And here we go. Now this is a fun time. Don't cry, I need to preserve your fluids. I wouldn't call it rain exactly, but I guess it's close enough. Yes, here we go. So silly. Yeah, get wrecked, man. I want to splash in the water with Hanakana. Yeah, it's a miracle what an IV can do. Oh, now it's on. I got my new knife. Well, it's not a knife. Now who's sweating? Uh, oh no, now there's blood in the water and the sharks are gonna come. Yeah, probably a good idea not to. It's great. I suppose so. Wait, is it snowing? I mean, that makes sense. Don't question it, just enjoy it. Cool your body. The playlists are taking turns fanning each other, it's cute. Yeah, take a page out of Hanakana's book. You know, if the playlets didn't look so young, I would make a blowing each other joke, but I'll refrain. Well, that was a hot episode, and then it became a cool episode. But yes, I can definitely relate to, you know, hot temperatures. Like it's the middle of September, so it's not that hot now. But during the middle of summer, man, it gets pretty hot here. And you know, I don't actually have a proper air conditioner, so you know, I know what it's like to sweat. Is my point. Festival? Oh wow, that doesn't sound good. Oh, part one, so it's a two-parter. So, okay. That was the 11th episode of Hataraku Saibou. And this episode, it was a pretty good episode, I would say. Now, the problem this time was heat stroke, basically, which is pretty bad. Now, they had the cells running around looking for as much water or fluids as they could, and there wasn't a lot of them. It was pretty bad. You had a lot of very hot, sweaty blood cells, and more importantly, a very hot and sweaty Hanakana, which was certainly the highlight of the show. The episode. There's no doubt about that. So yeah, the problem was the body was desperately trying to cool itself as best it could, but it was kind of limited on how well it could do that. and you had all our blood cells doing their thing. And then things got really bad when you had a certain invader, a certain soil bacteria, I think they kind of said it was. But yeah, he had no problem with this heat. He's like, hey, bunch of wusses, you call this heat? I'll show you what heat is. And then just kind of, runs around and has plans to take over, start his own nation, his own fire nation. Now, White Blood Cell was doing his best to fight against him, but was having difficulty. He kept slipping around, running around, and the blood cells were kind of hindering the White Blood Cell. The Red Blood Cells were hindering him because they were just all packed up everywhere, and the bacteria was going with the flow of the blood cells, so it was really hard to catch up with him. It was just really hard to deal with, basically. And he still has this, like, 2-inch weapon that he uses for whatever reason, instead of, like, a proper, katana, which would do much better, but I don't know why. I don't know why he doesn't have one of those. It seems like it would be a no-brainer considering how many times he barely misses his opponent. If he had something longer, that wouldn't be an issue. He could just, hit him, even if the strike isn't perfect. But yeah, we basically had a lot of just little shots of people just sweating and really not being able to take the heat. We had the platelets drinking some tea, which was nice. You had white blood cells help them with that. And then you had the bacteria, who was a giant douchebag that just dumps it all onto the ground. That was really uncalled for. At that point, I had no sympathy left for him. That he could die in a fire for all I care. That was just, no, that was not okay. What else? I mean, yeah, you had Hanakana holding a platelet, which looked like a lot of fun for both people involved. But basically, the episode was mostly watching people sweat and watching White Blood Cell desperately try to kill that one bacteria, and mostly failing, eventually getting knocked off of a cliff, which he survived somehow, which I knew he would, so I didn't seem too panicked or anything. I knew, don't break my desk. I knew he'd be fine, but I was wondering exactly what would take the bacteria down, because apparently no other white blood cells were nearby. But what happened was we actually had a little injection into this person's skin, and she got the help she needed for the heat stroke. It just injected the fluids in there and just saved the day, basically. It rained from the sky, it cleansed the world, and it became a paradise. And we even went to the cold regions of the body and just had a really great time. I mean, things really started to look up near the end of the episode. The problem was solved, and it was happy ending for everyone, aside from a certain evil bacteria that deserved everything that happened to him. Yeah, it was funny how the one guy tried to do a rain dance in desperation to get some water. That was pretty funny. I mean, I didn't laugh a lot at it, really, but it was pretty funny. What else? Anything else worth mentioning? I mean, pretty straightforward episode, really. I mean, just a lot of people not be able to handle the heat and just a lot of sweat, like just next level amounts of sweat. Yeah. That's pretty much the episode, so yeah, good thing things worked out. Another fun episode, and I look forward to the next one. Thank you for watching, and thank you Cnouki, as well as everyone else, for doing what you can to support the channel. It means a lot to me, and I hope we can continue to grow the channel together. If you want to do more to support the channel, then you can become a patron on my Patreon, and get cool rewards like early access to certain videos. Have a good one.